And I think that this is a two-pronged attack on the mountain of education. I think that the mountain of education is really a good example of that. So we have in our country a history of private schools and Christian schools and doing their own thing and not taking federal funding, for example, and creating their own schools. So, around the time that vouchers started becoming bigger, it was initially about allowing a few poor schools or students that weren't being served to take some money and go to private schools. But now the vouchers are allowing students who've never been to a public school, who've never set foot in there, who've never saw its badness, to take state money and go to vouchers. And I think that this is a two-pronged attack on the mountain of education. One is to defund public schools, but then two, you think, okay, they're just going to defund it, they're going to end it. But no, they also then want to fill that void with things like the 1776 Commission from President Trump's first term and more patriotic education. They want to put back into the public school curriculum things that they want, some Christian, some patriotic things, and not just give money to private schools. So when I say retake the mountain of education, it is not just taking your kids out of public school because they're secular and they're bad. It is also going back in there and suggesting we need to remake them from the ground up. And vouchers are a huge part of that. But also part of that is the book discussion, we'll say book bans or book debate, the curriculum in terms of K through 12 and what state legislators want to do and what you can't say and can say. But also it is about divisive concepts, those laws we have one here in Georgia about what you can teach and what you cannot teach. So there's a wide effort to go back into the public schools and to remake it in a Christian manner and also take money out of it to go fund private schools.